Hello students. From the five kingdom classification, already we have discussed the three kingdoms that are the Monera, Protista and Fungi. Today in our session, we are going to discuss the last two kingdoms that mainly consists of the higher class of organisms, and they are known as Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. So first we are going to talk about the Kingdom Plantae. So Kingdom Plantae, plants evolved about 500 million years ago from simple green algae that lived in the ocean. All plants are autotrophic and some, like the Venus flytrap, can also be heterotrophic. So students, already it is known to you what is the autotrophic and the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Then also I am repeating once. Autotrophic nutrition is the nutrition in which the organisms contain chlorophyll in their body, and as you know that chlorophyll can absorb the sunlight, and for that it can the organisms, those who are having the containing the chlorophylls, they can make their food by themselves. So that's why they are known as autotrophic or having the photosynthetic mode of nutrition. And what is heterotrophic mode of nutrition? The opposite of autotrophic nutrition is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, in which the organisms do not contain any green pigment chlorophyll in their body, so that they can't make the food by themselves. They have to take the food from outside. It is also known as ingestive mode of nutrition. Now, what are the characteristics of Kingdom Plantae? First, as I have already told that Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia, they both contain mainly the higher class of organisms. So obviously they are eukaryotic and multicellular. They are eukaryotic, they are multicellular. Plant cells are mainly covered by the cell walls, and these cell walls are made up of cellulose. Cellulose is the complex carbohydrate. So cell walls are mainly made up of cellulose. The Plantae, Kingdom Plantae, the members or organisms of Kingdom Plantae, they contain chlorophylls, green pigment chlorophylls in their body. So that's why they can make their own food. So that's why they are autotrophic. And they are having the photosynthetic, they can do the photosynthesis. So that's why they are having the photosynthetic mode of nutrition, autotrophic or photosynthetic mode of nutrition. The plants mainly are non-motile or fixed or free floating. Some plants are there, aquatic plants mainly, they are free floating, but maximum plants are non-motile and fixed. Kingdom Plantae mainly includes the following organisms or members. First, the lower class of organism in the Kingdom Plantae, they are known as algae. Algae are of different types: Rhodophyta, Phaeophyta, Chlorophyta. These all are different types of algae. Then the bryophytes, mainly the common name of bryophytes are mosses. Then tracheophytes or ferns. Then the gymnosperms, they are also known as conifers. And lastly the angiosperms, the higher class of organism or plants. They mainly bear the flowers. They are known as angiosperms or flower-bearing plants. They are the higher class of plants. Next is kingdom Animalia. This kingdom Animalia, they are also higher class of organisms, so they are eukaryotes, multicellular, and this kingdom Animalia, their characteristics are noted here. First one, they are eukaryotic, multicellular. They reproduce sexually. Sexual reproduction is there. They are not autotrophs because they do not contain chlorophyll in their body. They are having the heterotrophic or ingestive mode of nutrition. And this heterotrophic or ingestive mode of nutrition, when the organisms are not having chlorophyll in their body, they obviously have to take the food from outside. So that's why they are known as heterotrophic, or they are having the ingestive mode of nutrition. Unlike plants, they are motile. They can move from one place to the another place. Maximum animals, they are motile. Their animal cells mainly are without cell wall. Their cell is not covered by the cell wall. In their body, mainly the food is stored as glycogen. Glycogen is the complex carbohydrate. In the plants, their food is stored as starch. Starch is the complex carbohydrate in the plants. Food of the plants. And here in the animal, the food is stored as glycogen, extra food, glycogen. Starch and glycogen, these both are complex carbohydrates. Now, kingdom Animalia mainly is classified into two categories. One is invertebrates, another one is vertebrates. After that, I am telling you what is vertebrate, what is invertebrate. But here you can see the phylums that are there in the kingdom Animalia. So kingdom Animalia mainly consists of these all phylums. First is Chordata. Chordata again is divided into 5 classes that we will discuss after that. So apart from Chordata, these all are actually non-chordates. Echinodermata, Arthropoda, Nematota, Annelida, Mollusca, Platyhelminthes, Cnidaria, Porifera, these all are in the group of non-chordata or invertebrates. So here you can see few examples of the kingdom Animalia. Insects, sponges, worms, fishes, mammals. These all are coming in the kingdom Animalia. So many organisms are there in the kingdom Animalia. So many phylums, classes are there. Now already I have told that kingdom Animalia is mainly grouped in 2 categories. One is vertebrates, another one is invertebrates. So vertebrates are mainly the animals with a backbone inside their bodies. Fish, dogs, humans, these all are the examples of vertebrates. Now what are the invertebrates? Invertebrates, they don't have the skeleton. Actually, invertebrates and vertebrates, these 2 terms are derived from the vertebral column or the backbone. So in the vertebrates, this vertebral column or the backbone is absent, and in the vertebrates, this vertebral column and the backbone or the skeleton is present, and in the invertebrates, they do not have a skeleton or the vertebral column or backbone. So some examples of these invertebrates are spiders, flies, caterpillars. So vertebrates are often larger and have more complex bodies than invertebrates, because vertebrates are little bit higher than the invertebrates. However, there are many more invertebrates than vertebrates. Here, if you see this table once, from this Porifera to Echinodermata, these all phylums are categorized as or coming in the group of invertebrates, and this chordata is coming in the group of vertebrates. So students, today up to that. In our next class we will discuss about the details of the vertebrates, their characteristics and the phylums. So till then, bye and have a good day, students.